And we are back, guys, with A to Z, going back to A with Armenia. And of course, the reason we are back to A, guys, in the A to Z, because we were at C originally, is because the Invictus mod has had an update and updated a few of the mission trees. So there's a couple that we're going to have to go back and play, including Armenia and the Bosporan Kingdom. Armenia is an autocratic monarchy that at the start of the game is pretty powerful in the region east of Anatolia and south of the Caucasus. We have some big boys around, but we are in a strong position at the start. We of course have Armenian heritage, which is fine. We are an autocratic monarchy with our own Armenian religion, which isn't great for conversion. And we have Armenian culture, which is predominantly just cavalry. And like I say, at the start, we are pretty powerful. 500 pops, 582 pops. Compare that to some of the nations around us, and yeah, we are the big boy in this small neighborhood, unless, say, the Seleucids, the Antigonids, or the Ptolemies come knocking, basically. And of course, because of that today, guys, we are playing on hard. So guys, right into it with Armenia. When the region was conquered by Cyrus the Great, the founder of the Achaemenid Empire, it became part of the official satrap of Armenia after the conquest of Persia by Alexandros the Great Argead and his subsequent death. A Macedonian general named Neoptolemus attempted to control Armenia. Neoptolemus died just 2 years later, leaving the Armenian Orontid dynasty, who Alexandros had previously appointed to govern the region, to take the throne. Time to make history. This might be the first time I've actually realized Alexander is actual character. Look at that. That is pretty good, isn't he? But damn, look at Cyrus. Wow, 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 wow. So I've married our leader off. I've done our import routes. We are... Oh my god, our leader is Zoroastrian. That's not great. I didn't even realize that at the start. But let's scheme for influence to start with and see what we can do about that. I could potentially force conversion, but... yeah, I don't know whether we're staying Armenian. That's the real question here. Right then, before we do anything else, guys, let's have a look at our missions. The path to power. The rise of the Kingdom of Armenia can be characterized through the contact with other cultures, most notably the Greek and Persian ones, as well as the constant threat of invasion. Paired with its own rich history, the nascent Kingdom of Armenia's future is fraught with danger and will necessitate a delicate touch and careful rule, for many hasty decisions have led realms into ruin and allowed for the rise of successor powers. Right, let's start the missions, guys. And honestly, guys, this is a really, really exciting mission tree. This is why I wanted to cover it back as the first one back from the A to Z. Basically, we can choose many different routes in here. There's many branching routes, sort of similar to how like Hoi 4 has loads of branching routes. And as you can see, some of the mission tasks are going to grant you culture points for either Persian, Hellenic, or Armenian. Other mission tasks may require a certain amount to be completed or will become unavailable once you reach certain amounts of points. So if I go down here, for example, this one here needs at least 2 Armenian culture points. This one here needs less than 2 Hellenic and Armenian and at least 3 Persian. So we kind of need to choose where we want to go down here. Honestly, I think we can afford to go up to 1 in a few, but basically we're going to be finding out this as we go along, so there's going to be a lot of focus on the mission tree today, guys. But without further ado, let's press Crossroads of Empire and get our first mission done. Let's now get our ideas, because I think we're okay for influence. And we'll go for civilization level. We'll go for build cost and build time. That's always a very nice one early game. And of course, morale of armies. And the goal for today, guys, is to be able to click this button, a Greater Armenia, creating Greater Armenia. In terms of tech, I'm actually going to do something slightly different. I'm going to do a bit more siege ability techs than I usually would. In fact, all 4 in siege ability, because we pretty much just have cavalry. So, yeah, we shouldn't be sieging very quickly. Right then, guys, let's press play and get into the game. Diplomacy-wise, I am going to go for an alliance with the Seleucids if we can help it. If we can get that, that would be pretty darn nice. Well, here we go, guys. The Armenian people. The Armenians have inhabited the land between the three lakes for generations and generations, and the ancient Urartans were definitely their ancestors. Within these rugged lands, they have carved out a kingdom, and traditions have established themselves. The apricot has been cultivated here and spread further, so that many thought it originated in central here, even though it comes from further east of the Caspian Sea. The Armenians are also among the first people to have bred horses for war, which they use with deadly accuracy. Onwards to glory, exactly. Well, here we go, guys. Our eastern neighbours basically saying that the Medians invaded and subjugated us, but Cyrus rose against them and we rose up. And once he were king, so were we. However, we were subjugated. We may move forward as friends and not as foes. Let's go. Emerging from the west, coming from far to the west, the Macedonian advance was halted on the shores of the Hydaspes. Yet Alexander's legacy still lives on. But for how long? His generals have been killing each other in a bid to reclaim his empire. Yet this infighting allowed us to be free. We shall observe and see how these Diadochi will fare in the long run, for no nation can sustain itself with endless conflict. I'm sorry, but have you ever heard of Rome? And here we go, guys, crossroads of empire. For as long as we can remember, our realm has been considered the crossroads of empire, for our mountains and cities are located within a strategic land at the heart of the world. Within the last few decades, the roads leading through our treacherous foothills have been traversed by Persian foot soldiers, Hellenic mercenaries, and Armenian warlords, sometimes all within the same campaigning season, as various factions struggle against each other. The influence that the Macedonians and Achaemenids have had upon Armenia cannot be understated, and there are many voices living in the capital of Armavir that would love to see our Armenian kingsmen abandon their ways in order to curry favour with foreign gods and the traditions of the stranger. The sudden death of Alexander the Great, the general he left in place, has presented Orontes III Orontid, our great leader, with an opportunity that few men receive in life. The Arca of the great Armenian people finds himself standing at the crossroads of destiny. Which road shall he lead the people down? So basically, each of these options gets you a culture point in all of the things. Now, guys, we have played Persia, and I am going to be playing Persia a few times in these campaigns. We've also played many Greeks, and we've played the Antigonid Kingdom, we've played the Bactrians already too. So honestly, I think we go for our native traditions, the glorious traditions of Armenia. Let's go. So guys, I've had a little look through the missions, and we can do this to gain Bactrian military traditions, and we gain a claim on Bactriana, which that's kind of strange, but it doesn't give a point to anyone, so I will still do this. This then does mean that you have to get Persian points to do the rest of these, so we're just going to do the first one, basically. I'm kind of hoping we can do this one first. We need a bit of military experience, and that's going to give us claims on literally everything around us, so I really, really do want to do this and then just get to some big wars, because that's going to allow us to do some of these other missions. This one over here gives Hellenic culture points. Now, for now, I'm not going to take them. I'm going to see how things shape up going down sort of this path over here, which is the path that gives you Armenian culture points. These two paths here basically just give you great Armenian points. So we just need a bit more population for that. But yeah, let's go for the Bactrian one first. And I'm sorry if I do go on about these missions a lot, guys, but obviously they're quite complex. So we are going to be discussing them quite a bit, and hopefully you'll find some value in that and see whether you want to play Armenia too. Diplomacy-wise, guys, as well, we do have Lesser Armenia, Sophene, and Gordiene as well. So I am just going to improve relations with all of these guys right at the start. That should hopefully allow us to integrate them pretty quickly, and even... Wait, I just fabricated a claim. I didn't mean to do that, and you can't cancel it. Ah, no. Sorry, Gordiene. We'll improve with you in a second. Let's also kill a pig. Well, there goes Bactrian roots. Oh, Bactria, how I yearn of you. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Well, it turns out Orontes I did actually come from Bactria, of course, which is pretty interesting. So that is kind of our original homeland. But now, finally, we can do a path to power. It's going to take a year to do, guys, but once we do this, we are going to have so many claims, and I think our first target is going to be the strongest, which is Atropatene. Although we might be culturally homogenous at the start, guys, as you can see, like 80% of our culture is Armenian, which is honestly awesome at the start of the game. Only 42% is actually Armenian, with a lot of Zoroastrians, some Mithraics and Armazics as well. So yeah, we are going to be converting in these areas, which of course do not have like full Armenian religion. It shouldn't take too long, honestly, to get them all converted, but we'll see. Well, one thing I definitely want to do before we start this war with Atropatene is to get an alliance with the Seleucids. Now, they might call us into this war, but honestly, I'm not bothered. If they call us into that, we'll accept and we'll just do nothing. But yeah, mainly we're focused on Atropatene. Ah, there goes the call to arms. Of course, of course. Let's just see who we're at war with. Yeah, Cappadocia and all that. But I think the Seleucids and the Ptolemies should have this. Hopefully, we'll see. Well, there we go. The path to power. It's been quite some time since the Armenians last looked to themselves for leadership. Confused, we must now look inside ourselves to find what we once lost to the Persians. Power. There we go. Armenian soldiers and officers forgot their native ways, and so it is necessary to establish a new army. Here we go. Look into the soul. Some good bonuses there, some good claims, and we get a fortress as well. That is our excuse to declare war straight away. And let's go for Caduceoi in here, and we're not going to bring the Seleucids into this. This is all our rightful land. Now, we can actually do inviting Greek architects as well during this, but I think we're going to hold off giving any other points out for now until we've sort of worked out a few more of these missions, basically. And as usual, the really annoying small stacks are just trying to evade us and just sieging down the capitals. So, great. Come on, little small stacks, please just fuck off, honestly. Well, there we go. There's the full annexation, guys. 53, 33 aggressive expansion. I think we're going to have a bit of aggressive expansion for the time being. And there we go. We've become a major power as well. Nice. Well, this land that we have taken is going to be pretty upset because it's pretty much all Iranian, Mithraic, and Zoroastrian, like if we have a look, as you can see. So that's another reason why we wanted to go for it early, basically to start converting these pops as quick as possible. Well then, guys, we're going to go straight into Albania as well, because otherwise they will migrate and take all of these pops with them. And on top of that, they are generally pretty weak early game. So let's go straight for them. Let's go. Well, there we go, guys. Very easy war. They literally had no resistance whatsoever. That's another 16 aggressive expansion. So we are getting a little bit high with it now. So we might just chill out for a little bit after this war. Let's see. And once again, this is completely alien land to us. So yeah, we need to get converting it as quick as possible. Well, let's start our integration of Lesser Armenia as well. Those troops will be very, very needed in our army so we can control them. And that they've got loads of Armenian pops as well, so that might send us on the way to do the Great Census, which would be really, really good. And man, it looks like the Seleucids might have quite a strong game this game. And man, we can already press this Greater Armenia button. I know I said that was the goal. I guess we'll move on to the goal of completing this mission tree if we can today. So, I mean, we gain claims on all of that area. Now, the Seleucids are not going to be too happy about that, I'm assuming, but there's no reason not to do that, is there? Let's go for it, guys. And I kind of wish that that would, like, annex your vassals as well. And damn, look at all of those claims. Like, that is a lot of claims to get. Literally, what? Right at the start of the game. Fantastic. Well, guys, our capital has been experiencing some droughts, so we want to build a city near Yervandashat over here. Now, yeah, we are definitely going to do this just because it's a free city, but there is some very nice bonuses in there as well, as you can see. Population growth, migration attraction, and citizen happiness. So let's do that. And there is our brand new city. And hopefully that will allow quicker culture conversion in this little province as well. Damn, Lesser Armenia is going to take forever to integrate. That's pretty insane, honestly. In terms of our next techs, guys, what we are going to be doing is going down Fetials down here to try and get Defending Liberty. as you can see, we're still a long, long way away from getting any techs, apart from this one. But our research efficiency has gone up with those libraries, so we'll continue to build them in a few provinces. Well, guys, I've been having a look down our mission tree, and honestly, to get, like, the good Armenian ending over here, we basically need no Hellenic or Persian points, which is fine. So yeah, we're just not going to do any of those points at all. We're going to go full Armenian. Yeah, it's this one here. Every culture except Armenian needs to have slave rights. Now, as you can see, we have 200 Cadusians, 100 Medians, 100 Albanians, 75 of all of those guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it one by one. It's not great. It makes them a little bit unhappy. But yeah, I'm going to kind of do it on ones that, you know, are not going to be huge pops in places that we're going to keep on taking. And these sort of smaller populations, we're not going to do it because, you know, in future, if we accidentally, you know, take a Carian province, for example, over there, I don't want them instantly to be slaves. Hopefully we'll get them all these small ones converted, but the big ones, we're going to sort of probably do it one at a time, basically. Another thing, guys, as well, is you can, like, mix and match. Like, so many of these are about having sort of different mixes of all of this stuff. So there is so many options. So I think we will come back to this nation a couple more times to go through a few more of the options. This run completely Armenian, but then another run in future. Something slightly different, shall we say. And as might be expected, making all of these guys in this region slaves, probably not the greatest for their happiness. So yeah, we are going to get a significant rebellion over here, but we should be able to beat it pretty quickly. Let's now get into this war with Iberia. And honestly, let's go for Colchis as a province because it does have a fort, so we can get some ticking war score from that. And do we invite anyone in? We might as well invite these guys. I have no idea where that's come from. I didn't have them before, did I? I must have just clicked through an event, which, of course, a little bit dumb of me, but oh well. The Iberia actually just took out the remnants of Colchis, so we should be able to take quite a significant amount in this war. And the Ariathids are inviting us in against Pontus. No, we're going to decline that. That should break the alliance now. Very nice. Well, the Seleucids are calling us in. We are going to accept that because I do want the Seleucids on our side. It should hopefully stop people declaring war on us. Oh, and it's great having little vassal swarms just go around trying to deal with their armies. That is fantastic. We're just getting a bit of food and then we'll go on to the last fort. Well, here we go, guys. We've got our first military tradition. Now, we have a few. We can actually go for Bactrian because, of course, that is our homeland. But that is mainly sort of archers and horse archers, which we don't have any of those really at the minute. A couple of archers, but that is it. We have Anatolian as well, which is all about archers, as you can see. Lots of archers in there, and then lots of fleet stuff. But then we have Armeno-Pontic, which, honestly, I don't think I've ever done before. Might be a new one as well, but honestly, some of these are very, very nice for us. So yeah, let's go for that heavy cavalry offense and light cavalry movement speed. Very nice. Well, there we go, guys. A bit more of an attritional war than what we were expecting. Actually, we still need to take that. Please go and take that, bro. Please. I've got no food left after my siege. Please. Oh, man. Well, there we go. Quick. We need to peace out straight away. How much aggressive expansion do you reckon this is going to be? 26. Honestly, I think we confirm that. We're going to go up to 60, aren't we? So, yeah, I think we're okay. And honestly, I want to take this land before any big power comes along and decides to gobble it up. And now, honestly, we are pretty darn juicy on the map, aren't we? Very nice indeed. Probably didn't help with getting more Armenians in our land, though. Yeah, we've only got 517 right now. In celebration of that, though, we are going to do one more culture group down to slave. In fact, no, we'll do two. We'll do two different from different groups. So we'll go with Cadusian, Iberic, and then... Oh, no. It seems like such a lot to make all these culture groups slaves because look how many culture groups we have. Like, it's a lot, man. It is a lot, but it's mainly the big ones we want to focus on. let's just go Albanians. I mean, most of them are already slaves, so that's one good thing. Yeah, all of these guys, most of them are already slaves, so yeah, all these big groups, let's just do it. It's going to cause lots of instability, but I think I'd rather just face all of these civil wars, like, right at the start, rather than having to worry about it later on. And I think, honestly, now, guys, we're just going to chill out, try and get a little bit more stable for the time being, and basically just wait until we can do a few of these missions and integrate Lesser Armenia. So let's do that. One thing I am going to do that I very rarely do, guys, is I am going to change our idea on religious ideas to this integration speed and loyalty of subject states, because at the minute, there's pretty much no chance we can get Sofiane integrated with the aggressive expansion. Obviously, we could give up our claims on them. I think we do that as well. That should help. And then maybe we'll be able to do it. Let's see. Well, that actually didn't make any difference, honestly. Like, we don't have claims there anymore. But yeah, it didn't make any difference. We need to get our aggressive expansion down, and then we need to improve our relations somewhat. And honestly, while we're here, guys, we might as well just clean up our borders we need for this mission here. So we need to take all the way up to Ayazigia. We need to take parts of our subjects' lands, Gordiene, even though they're only a tribal vassal, which is a bit of a nightmare, but we also do need this land up here. And it shouldn't be very well protected. So, ooh, did the Bosporans... Oh, that was the Bosporans. I don't know why I did that. I forgot that that was the Bosporans. I thought it was someone else. Oh, well, we better just do this war pretty quickly, and then, yeah, we'll be able to fight the Bosporans over here. That then means that we can actually pretty much declare war on these guys as well. Ayazigia looks like they're in a war with the Bosporans, so that's one good thing. If Bosporans take that, we can then just take it off them. And there goes the Seleucids bringing us into war with Pontus as well. Not exactly something amazing for us, to be honest. Okay, the Bosporans defeated us pretty handily. So, yeah, we need to get rid of this war pretty quickly if we can. Actually, let's just assault. There's only 300 men there. These are the two areas that we have claims on, so we are just going to take these. Oh, and there we finally integrated Lesser Armenia. That should really help with the amount of people. So now we can do the Great Census. Look at that. National population growth, pop promotion speed, and levy size multiplier for 300 months. Awesome, awesome. 365 days to complete, and then we can pretty much do this straight away. 5 stability and 150 political influence. Very nice indeed. Oh my god, look at this. The Bosporans are getting sieged down by Ayazigia. Oh my god. Oh, I suppose Ayazigia is pretty big. I didn't even realize that. Oh, I'm missing a few things today. I don't know what's going on, but I think we're all right. We're going to have a load of rebellions soon, but honestly, that's fine. That was always going to happen, especially with the lack of tech that we have. We honestly just really need open religion. That is going to help us out a lot. I still do want to get defending liberty, but at the rate that we are researching, bit of a nightmare right now. And there goes the Bosporans. This is literally all they own now. Literally all... Is it all they own? It is all they own. Okay, goodbye Bosporans. Goodbye, my friends. Well, there goes these boys as well. Very nice. And I think this could be a little bit of a risky war with Ayazigia. So I am going to invite the Seleucids into this war. They're still at war with Pontus, but yeah, hopefully this should be okay, because all I want is literally this province here. I don't want anything else. Well, there goes the Great Census, guys. Over the last year, bureaucrats from Jurvanderstad have travelled throughout the many provinces of Greater Armenia, sent on a mission by our great Arca Orontes III to count the Armenians living within the mountains and valleys of our homeland. None living within the capital can remember the last time a great census was conducted, and with the resources at hand to conduct such a thing, Orontes did not hesitate in giving out the orders. When the difficult work was finished, the final reports were satisfying, to say the least. Our people, if I can speak, are fruitful stewards of their possessions, and our farmers are raising their herds and sons in a land blessed by the gods. Very nice. Some good bonuses for that. Very nice indeed. Well, that means that we can do purging the administration, guys, as well. Very good. Look at that. That is a huge amount of political influence and some extra stability. So yeah, we cannot tolerate corruption within our midst. And honestly, guys, the next couple of missions are pretty darn hard to get to, so every culture needs to have slave rights. Obviously, we're seeing how that's going, but we also have to have 75% religious unity. That is kind of insane. So yeah, these are long-term ones to do, but if we look at them, we can't get any more points of culture or Persian at all to go down this path. So like, we can't do that. So looking at it, the only other path that we can go down right now is this one, which we need 65 stability for. So basically, once we finish this war, I know I keep saying that we're going to chill. But we are going to chill after this war, guys, and try and build up our nation, deal with these rebellions, all that sort of thing. And honestly, I think we've created a monster with the Seleucids. They are pretty darn strong right now. We might want to look at maybe changing towards the Ptolemies or something in the future. Well, there we go. We can already peace out Iazygia, and we are going to do that just for the piece of land that we needed. So basically the only piece of land we now need is from Gordiene. In the meantime, guys, we're going to chill out. I'm also going to use some of our money to basically put forts in good locations, because at the moment they're in really bad locations. Like, there would be a fantastic one. We need a fort. I mean, there's actually quite good, but we need a fort there rather than there. Basically so that we can block all of these passes so people can't just walk through here anymore. Ooh, Sophieine, because we're fighting together, is quite happy right now. How much can we get from that? Yes! Okay, cool. Right, we can actually start integrating these guys. That is amazing. I thought that was going to take forever. Well, there goes the Seleucids, and they actually gave us some aggressive expansion because they gave us this land. Honestly, Seleucids, I don't hate that, but I was saying I was going to chill for a little bit anyway. Brother, you have 50 corruption. What are you doing, my friend? What are you doing? Instead, let's go for this guy who's slightly loyal and does actually have some statesmanship. Well, here come the Parthians, my friends. And honestly, we're not going to touch that at all. Unless they come into our lands, we'll touch them. Until then, we're doing nothing. Like, the Seleucids kind of need to be chopped back a little bit, don't they? Well, here we go, guys. We can do Taming the Caucasus now. So apparently it does count that we actually own that region there. I don't know why it didn't trigger before, interestingly enough, but very cool, very cool. We get every owned province with dominant Armenian culture will get one Armenian freeman. So currently we have 686 Armenians. Let's see what happens when we click this. Well, there we go, guys. 786 now. We just had to wait for the month to tick over for it to update, but that is genuinely pretty insane. 100 pops just from clicking that mission. And obviously, the later you leave it, you can get loads more pops, but that's fine. There's a button there to click. We've got to press it. I mean, that is so tempting to press right now, but no, we're not pressing that because we can't get any points in anything but Armenian. So that will really, really help, though, with spreading our culture. Very nice. And Gordiene actually has a rebellion now. That's kind of funny. I think we will just raise our levies, and that has made us get huge levies now too, actually. Nice. Well, there goes the first big rebellion that we're going to have. I will actually raise all the rest of the levies. Well, there goes this province. We will just take it ourselves. Sorry, Gordiene. That's ours, my friend. The one good thing about that, though, is that it should block off the Parthians from actually getting to us. Very nice. And after a bit of a failed lion hunt, Orontes is now dead. That's a bit of a shame because we were on the way to having pretty good stability, but now we've got this guy who, honestly, is pretty awful. Well, they do actually have a decent number of troops, but yeah, we've got quite a big levy right now. We just need to make sure we secure the land. Well, there we go, guys. That is these boys dealt with. Now, hopefully we can take all of the land, and yes, it is no aggressive expansion. The only problem with that is it does make us border Parthia, but yeah, hopefully we can deal with that. We should actually now be able to do this again. Let's do it one more time, because again, we need our stability to get up to 65 for one of our missions. And there goes another military tradition, and honestly, I think we just go for urban development. That is pretty good overall. Well, there goes defending liberty. We're going to lose 10 aggressive expansion for this. Very nice. Things ain't looking too good for the Seleucids, I've got to say. They are losing most of their northern land already. They do tend to march through here every now and then, but that's about it. It's just every now and then. They're not sieging our land down, which, honestly, well done, AI. Don't focus on the player. Focus on the bit of land that you can literally take by just taking its capital.
A few moments later.
Now, Parthia, come on. We don't want you doing this. Literally, just after I praise them for not focusing solely on the player, they decide to focus solely on me. Fantastic. Well, there we go, guys. Gradual economic integration. Very nice indeed. That is fantastic. And I have saved up loads of money ready to build some of those buildings. So let's get on with it. There's not too many places where we can actually build this building at the moment, but yeah, we'll build it in the places that we can. Maybe not down here, because I believe actually most of this land is still Armenian. Let's have a look. Yeah, as you can see, lots of Armenian pops down here. So yeah, that is pretty good for us. Oh man, really? Really? Oh, the Seleucids just signed a peace with this. Like, this. The Seleucids honestly were doing well. Like, they should have just carried that on. I think they could have pushed them back. As you can see, it looks like there's a lot of Parthian troops, but the Seleucids yet were managing to push them back. So now I can't even the words for that. I'm just not going to look at it. Well, there goes Sophiene as well. Very nice. And it is primarily sort of Armenian religion, but we need a few more Armenian pops in this province at least. And of course, they've built 3 academies in this city with 22 population. Great min-maxing from the AI there, I'm not going to lie. Honestly, due to our stability now, a lot of these places are now gaining loyalty. And if we put, like, this on harsh treatment, it's gaining loyalty again. So, yeah, I think we've stabilized quite a bit. I mean, look at Rasht over here. That was tanking it before, and now it's neutral. So, that is, of course, with harsh treatment, but, yeah. I mean, it's better than nothing, guys. It's better than nothing, I'm not going to lie. What we could really do with game right now is a stability event, or 2 stability events, or maybe 3 stability events. Please, game. Please. Please, please, please. Damn, we're so close. 63 nearly. We just got a good event. We just got a good event. So, yes, we are so close. Please, 1 more loyalty event and we'll be good. And damn, I forgot we need 99 legitimacy for this. And, yeah, we're getting patronage of the arts right now, which is good. But, yeah, we'll need to secure our legitimacy a little bit more. So, we can do this. Of course, it's going to cost a little bit of influence. So, let's do it a couple of times. Well, there goes. Yankai have declared war on us. So, yeah, I don't think they're going to be too scary, but let's see. They could be. They could be really scary. We just don't know, do we, guys? For some reason, we are no longer allied with the Seleucids. So, yeah, we'll probably look further afield. I think the Ptolemies are going to be our best option, and they could, in fact, help us with the Seleucids as well. I mean, we could even go for Parthia, honestly. But that would drag us into war with the Seleucids quite a bit. So, maybe, maybe not. Yeah, it does seem like Yankai has quite a few troops, but how good they are, I don't know. I mean, our troops aren't good either, so yeah, interesting times. Well, here we go, guys. Big battle, it would seem. And I think we're going to get both of our armies involved in it. It says we're going to lose 33k against 13k, but surely not. Surely not. At least we won that one. But surely not. That is a big battle. Let's see. These are the Horse Lords, of course, so generally pretty good troops. But ours is light cavalry and heavy cavalry too. I mean, like, look at that. Okay, maybe we're not set up very well. I wish it would always keep the same setup that you have every time, but oh well. Well, here we go. Let's go for light cavalry discipline. Well, here we go. This is what we're going to do for the peace deal, guys. We're just going to release Legia over here. And maybe we can, like, make these guys into our vassal. I very much doubt it. But maybe, look at that, it's minus 56. That's not actually too far away. There goes open religion, guys. That is actually incredibly, incredibly helpful for us. We don't have too much money because everywhere is pretty unhappy, so we might not even be able to build many great temples at all, but we can at least build them over there. That's going to be a little bit helpful. Well, I think in order to try and subjugate this tribe as sort of a buffer state in the north, I think we offer them an alliance and then a guarantee and see where we go from there. Well, here we go. We can actually make them a tribal vassal straight away. Very nice. Well, there goes a couple of wars against us, independence wars. We were actually stood on the wrong place, but that's fine. What we'll do, we'll split these guys in half. Some of you around there, some of you there, and there's 3 of the independence wars all at the same time. Honestly, that's quite a good thing. I kind of want to just get them out of the way, basically. Well, there we go. Rebellions dealt with pretty easily, my friends. That is 15 aggressive expansion, but we were on 0, so might as well have a bit to tick down. There we go. Finally got the legitimacy and the stability. We've just been chilling for a little bit, trying to convert the populace, all that sort of thing. So we can now do this, which is a fantastic mission. 250 gold, 100 political influence, and we lose 10 aggressive expansion. Now, a bit wasted losing that aggressive expansion, but honestly, it's fine. I want to take it now, because otherwise we'll have some events that will not allow us to take it at some point. So, yeah, let's stop strengthening legitimacy now and go for influence instead, and there we're good. And we've done a few techs in the military now just so that we don't fall behind on military. As you can see, 70% research efficiency now, so we are very much starting to change our fate a little bit, and we are spreading Armenian. We're now up to 54%, nearly 55%. We got to get to 75, and as you can see, we've got nearly 1,200 Armenian pops as well. We could just do the slave thing now, and then just revert them back, but yeah, I don't know. Actually, you know what? It really doesn't matter. It's just the influence. So we're going to save up a bit of influence and just do this mission now, and then we'll change a few of these bigger sections back because it is causing them to be very, very upset with us, as you might imagine. Well, there we go. All hail the reborn kingdom of Ararat. Very nice indeed. Well, that allows us to do this break-off mission over here, giving us another Armenian culture point, national manpower, political influence a little bit less, but loyalty of characters +3. Very nice. Well, we've now got that political influence, so yeah, we are just going to put everyone that we can to slave, apart from, of course, Armenian. They're not going to be very happy for a while, but yeah, we'll just put some of these bigger groups back. I don't think we want to keep this on this, and yeah, maybe it was a mistake doing a load of them before, but honestly, it's probably helped speed up some of the changes, so some of the integrations, so that's fine, and probably migrated quite a few pops throughout the empire as well. Do we have enough political influence for this? Because as you can see, there's a load of people in here that have like 2 pops, and that's it. Well, there we go. We get restricting foreign influences, which gives minus 12% unintegrated culture group happiness, but plus 12% integrated culture group happiness, and 15% assimilation speed. I mean, it's not the greatest in the world. Honestly, I think we've probably gone the hard way doing this campaign, but honestly, I like doing the hard way first. So, yeah, we'll do the hard way first. And, yeah, we'll be good. Now, what I think we'll do, hopefully, if I put some of them back, it won't cancel that mission anymore. So, I'll do that with a couple and see what happens. So I think we'll do it with Caducean over here, seeing as there's quite a few of their pops. We'll probably also do it with Iberic as well. There we go, becoming freemen. Honestly, nearly all Medians are already slaves. However, if we do carry on taking Median, it is quite a big culture group. So, yeah, we'll remove Median as well. Well, there we go, guys. Most of them put back to freemen. Couple have left enslaved because, like, Mordvin, like, when are we ever going to see that? I don't even know what that culture is. So, yeah, that's probably just a slave from somewhere we've taken. And then, of course, we've kept Albanian and Sasparian as slaves as well, because that should hopefully convert this area a little bit quicker. One of our missions, we do need to have 100 Armenian nobles, so from now on we will have a look at maybe integrating a few academies in some of our larger cities. That would be good, especially cities that have a few Armenians already. Let's go for that in there. That'll be good. Well, guys, new day, different shirt. And I have been having a look around at the missions here for Armenia. And honestly, guys, once we get this enforcing unity one done, we can kind of go and do some of these other missions as well, which is pretty cool. It means we're not going to be able to do some of these bottom ones, but we can, like, get some extra bonuses in here now. Basically, we're just waiting to do this enforcing unity to get 75% unity. We're on 57% now, but yeah, we've got everywhere that we can do. Of course, converting and all these places on harsh treatment because, yeah, they're not very loyal, but the places that we can, they are on religious conversion. We've got good stability, no aggressive expansion, and that is the main reason why we aren't expanding anymore at the moment, is because, of course, by expanding more, we're going to be expanding into areas that don't have Armenian religion, making that mission harder and harder to get. However, we do have this mission now, which is honestly pretty awesome. Heirs of Urartu over here, which is, we are the heirs of the immortal Urartu. Very nice indeed. And now we can do Home of the Gods, which takes 730 days to do. So basically, it's going to convert a few people and permanently give bonuses to all of these holy site areas. That is pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie. There goes another independence war in Media over here. So basically, the plan right now, guys, is, of course, we are pretty stable at the moment, pretty nice and stable, but like I say, I don't want to take any more land until we reach 75% here, so we can sort of finish off this path of the missions. We also need 100 nobles that are Armenian, and at the minute, what have we got? About 70 or so, which is fine. That is no problem. But basically, what I'm doing is I'm gunning for petition of the minorities here so that we can get our found city cost modifier, which is already modified, I believe, by our army traditions. Yeah, 45 influence there, as you can see. And what I've been doing recently is I've founded a few cities. We founded 4 so far. These 2 here, this one, and this one as well. Oh, 5, including this one. So basically, what I'm going to do, I'm going to save up a load of money and influence, wait until we can get petition of the minorities, which should be in 3 techs time. So we've got to get 2 quite soon. I'm also fishing for breakthroughs with obsessive and intelligent from these guys as well. And then what we're going to do is found cities in all of these regions that don't have them. And yeah, then we can start properly actually converting the population, because at the moment it's just taking forever in some of these regions. I know this is already Armenian, but it was already Armenian at the start. But as you can see, look at that, 0.15% assimilation and 0.09% conversion speed. So yeah, we're going to found a few cities, and surprisingly, although we do have quite a few cities for us. Why is that green? Is that a metropolis? When did this become a metropolis, bro? It's got 49 population. That's pretty darn good, I'm not going to lie, but that's cool. We'll definitely build a great temple in there, though. But yeah, as you can see, we have, like, concentrated areas of cities, but in these, like, sort of middle ranges, like, not much. So yeah, we're basically going to be building cities in all these areas that we don't have them, and then hopefully we can get the conversion speed under control. Honestly, I really don't mind playing tall in Imperator Rome. I find it really fun. Just building up the nation, converting both the religion and the population. And like I say, we're going full Armenian in this run as well, guys. We're going full Armenian. We're not assimilating. We're not, integrating any other cultures. We are just full Armenian for the boys. Let's go. Well, that is Media dealt with already. Very nice. For the time being as well, we're going to get an alliance with Parthia. They should be able to help us out with a few wars against the Seleucids, because the Seleucids pretty much own all of Anatolia now. Fair play. And, oh dear, I missed the call to arms because I was pretty AFK from Parthia. So yeah, we don't have an alliance with them anymore, but we are relatively close to getting an alliance with Rome. As you can see, Rome is pretty chunky right now. Like, they've expanded a lot more than I've seen in most of the recent games I've played, so fair play to Rome. I just hope they don't come into Anatolia. You can have Greece, my friends, just not Anatolia. And finally, we have Petition of the Minorities, guys. Very nice indeed. Great for that found city cost modifier. Now we're going to go down to liturgies, and I have stockpiled a lot of money and influence, so let's go around and build a few cities. So of course, we are going to prioritize regions that have low amounts of our religion and pops. So, yeah, we are going to go for Tzur over here, actually, unless they've got one with similar amount of pops in the plains. No, it seems everywhere is a forest or a mountain, so let's just found a city in Tzur there. Let's also found one here in Media, because that doesn't even have one yet. Then let's found one over here in Tyke, because that doesn't have any, and it's got pretty much none of our population. Then we're going to found one in Klat as well. And now we're kind of looking at areas that do already have our population and all that sort of thing. So what would I rather do? I think we'll found one in this area over here. That's hills. But we'll found one here anyway. And then, yeah, we will now found some in these areas that are already converted, just because it's going to get us a lot more money in the long run. But there we go. What do we have? We've got 7 cities on the way. And the rest of the money now is going to be used in these cities to build some great temples. And then once those great temples are done, we'll start building some grand theatres in these areas that don't have our population. Well, this is an interesting one. Parthia has declared war on Legia over here. I was just debating whether to change our military reform law up to noble retinues to get rid of the unintegrated culture happiness, but yeah, no, it's time to fight Parthia. Honestly, I don't know whether we've got the firepower to beat Parthia at this moment, guys. That is also part of the reason why we're spending so long just building up our nation, because, yeah, we are struggling a little bit in terms of our nation. We're large, but in terms of, you know, armies, money especially, like, for a nation this big, we are very, very poor. If you, you know, just conquer Greece as Macedon, you can be making tons more money than this in a much smaller area because of the amount of population and the amount of population that is similar culture to yours. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Maybe we take some land off Parthia here. I don't know. We'll see, guys. First, though, we do have to beat them, which is going to be difficult. And who would have guessed our troops are significantly worse than the Parthians, honestly. Like, even this 45k stack is struggling to beat a 20k stack, so yeah, it's not good. I mean, I'm thinking we just give this land to Parthia, get a truce, and hopefully we'll come back stronger in the next war, but yeah, it's going to be tough. And after we battered their armies a couple of times around this river, they are willing to peace out. But yeah, that is a bit of a warning that we do need to improve our military very significantly going forward. Ooh, and this is a big one, guys. The Seleucids have decided to declare war on us. Oh god, look at all of those boys in there. We didn't manage to get an alliance with Rome. They're just a little bit too far away. Same thing with the Ptolemies. At this size, like, you can just not get an alliance with anyone. I mean, hopefully I should have had an alliance still with Parthia, but that is my mistake. I'm thinking Iazygia might be a good option, so yeah, we'll do that for the time being. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit tough, so let's see what we can do about it. Well, this is the real test. 17,000 of their legion over here, which is pretty much just spearmen, light cavalry, and horse archers. A very strange combination, I've got to say, versus our 45k, made up predominantly of heavy cavalry and light cavalry, with some archers and light infantry as well. But, oh my days, look at that. Look how destroyed we are getting. Yeah, that's not good. We're even using, like... No, we're not using the right tactic at all. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, in light of that, guys, and seeing the number of troops that they have, I think we just give them this little bit of land. It's it's not too bad of a result, and honestly, we just need a little more time. We're just getting attacked exactly at the wrong times here, so... yeah, let's just do that. It is the coward's way out, of course, but We just need some more time to get ready, to get a few more levies, to get more money so that we can build some very good legions as well. Well, guys, I have been rushing down some military technology, and we are now at the bottom of our tradition for Armeno-Pontic, and that gives us an extra 2.5% levy size, so that's pretty insane. So we get 81 pops from Armenia. Let's pop this and let's see what it does. Now it's 94 pops, which is pretty darn good across the board. That might allow us then to move to a slightly better law, which is this one, or we could even go for Royal Army over here. I mean, honestly, let's just go for... No, we need the troops. We need the troops. We've just lost 2 wars. Well, we wiped peace with Parthia. We lost against the Seleucids. So, yeah, we 100% need to just keep a lot of troops in the background just in case. Well, there we go. Scythia has declared war on Iazygia, which I did ally just for some extra support, basically, in these wars. How many troops do they have? Oh, my God. Look at all of these troops. Yeah, there's a lot of troops in here, so we should be okay. I don't think we're going to go and join in. We might just send, actually, our main legion up the way. This guy's only got 2 military. That's also part of the reason why we've probably been failing somewhat. We can't even get there. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about getting military access through Parthia, because there's no chance they would even give it to us. Well, there goes Iazygia. That is a big chunk of land. Very good for us, because that should hopefully help them out in fighting Parthia if Parthia decides to declare war on us. Well, we had to build a fortress in Tosp over here, and that gives us another mission, guys. So let's go for the Van Fortress here. The Apricot. And of course, giant serpent-like beings are said to inhabit our Sissa or Lake Van over here. Yeah, but, I mean, that's pretty good local population growth because of the giant snakes. Very nice. Well, here we go, guys. Tosp becomes a city, and we get some nice bonuses for the fort there. We can also do Xerxes' inscription here, so let's see what this is about. And, of course, the options are great for us. Persian culture point, which we don't want to take, or we get a culture point and lose some influence, so it's... not great, honestly. This one is very interesting, though. Our capital has to have 15 fortress buildings. I'm not sure that's possible, to be honest with you. Like, 15? Is this like a meme one? Like the Hall of the Mountain King? This seems very much like a meme. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what is that about? 15 fortresses. 15. 15. Oh my god, and finally, after I think, what is it? Oh, about 60 or 70 years of splendid isolationism, we can finally do enforcing unity, guys. So, country, wrong religion, happiness, minus 12%. Honestly, I don't understand if that's good or not. Like, is that, like, why is it green? But anyway, let's go. We must all worship in the same manner so that Jupiter may be pleased. Very good indeed. And that then allows us to develop an Armenian intellectual elite as well, giving us 2 innovations, a culture point, tech speed, pop promotion speed, all that sort of juicy business. And now finally, let's get back to some campaigns of conquest, my friends. Now, obviously, the people that we have to fight are pretty darn strong and pretty hard to fight in general. So this is going to be interesting. I think we go after Thrace first. I mean, the allies... Oh, they've got the Ptolemies as an ally. Surely the Ptolemies will not be able to get access through the Seleucids, but I guess we'll find that out. And as you can see, guys, we've done a lot of military techs, basically just to strengthen our military because it's been pretty weak so far. So yeah, we've strengthened the military quite a bit. I've got force march now as well. Both of these two at the bottom. We've got a bit more siege ability as well. So hopefully our army's not going to be horrendous, but I guess we'll find out. And I basically just added a load of slaves into our capital, so we can now do resplendent capital. No, though all those slaves are going to move away. That's fine. I just wanted to get this mission done because those bonuses are pretty darn good. And honestly, guys, because our final reward will depend on our distribution of culture points for this finished mission over here, I'm not going to take any more missions now in any other cultures, just because I want to see what it's like when you're just full Armenian in this. Like I say, we might come back to these missions, and we definitely have done this completely the hardest way, by a long way. Like, we literally could have integrated a Greek culture early on and had a good time and fought the Seleucids early and all that sort of thing, but no, I had to do it the hard way, didn't I? Fantastic. Let's go. Well, actually, the Ptolemies won't protect Thrace anymore, so I think we're going to declare directly on them. Also take Kotiora over here too, and just take this little piece of land. And then, honestly, it's just the Seleucids we need to fight. So either we wait for the Seleucids to fight Parthia, or we find a way that we can beat them. At the minute, I don't see there being too many ways in which we can beat them without allying the Ptolemies or something like that. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Oh, for God's sake, I declared war for Pergamon as well. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Why didn't I check that? Oh well, oh well. I think we'll get enough points anyway. Well, what I have to do now, guys, is I've bought some mercenary ships. And, yeah, we're going to have to go all the way over here and take Pergamon. Bit of a shame, bit stupid of me, but oh well. God damn it, we lost on the Siege of Pergamon. Not great. Well, time for round 2. Well, there we go. Finally, we took Pergamon. Obviously, we're not going to take any land over here. Much longer and more painful war than it really needed to be, just for these tiny pieces of land, but those are more claims for us now. Very nice. Well, guys, honestly, we are pretty stuck. I've been having a look around. We can potentially support rebels here, which is going to help maybe pop out a few of these regions, but then we would actually join that independence war, and in that process, probably not really get any land. What is that? Why have they got Sitakane as separate? They've literally lost Seleucia. Where's their capital now, then? And Babylonia's not even a city anymore? What is going on, Seleucia? It's like, this is not right. But we can actually ally Sitakane. I'm not sure that's a great idea. I don't know how did they pop out? They must have changed their capital. Where to, though? We can also now change our ideas, so we are going to go for conversion speed, of course. I think provincial loyalty will be a good one for us. And then let's, of course, go for discipline. Okay, well, their capital is Antiochia Susianes down here now. So that's relatively interesting, I'm not going to lie, but weird. I don't know what's happened there, but yeah, we are just a bit stuck. However, Antiochus is 70, so he may die relatively soon, within the next 10 years or so. So what I'm hoping is, if we can find a character that is, you know, in the succession, then maybe we can support some pretenders and see what happens. I mean, he has no children, so that's one good thing. Ooh, guys, we have -9 to get an alliance with the Ptolemies. That is pretty insane. So what we are going to do is switch across to appeasing stance over here. And yeah, opinion of others within diplomatic range. Well, we are now -4. If we get rid of Iazygia, then I'm hoping we can do this alliance. So let's see. Oh my god, and we can. We can. This is going to be a game changer, guys. This is going to be an absolute game changer. Let's hold on. Let's see what would happen. They would actually come in. Oh my god, they would come in. Can we beat the Seleucids, though? That is the question. They got 5,700 pops. We've got a lot of pops too, but yeah, our armies are not very strong. The problem is we have such a broad front with them, and they can just... We do have good defenses everywhere, but like the front is all the way from over here to here, so we don't have enough armies to really man it. But with the Ptolemies, maybe it's possible. First things first, though, let's declare war on Paphlagonia, and we're going to make them into our puppet, basically. And damn, we just had a baby come into power. That is exactly not what we needed before we're about to declare war on the Seleucids. Oh, man. This campaign, you know... Things go well, and then they go terribly, and then they go well. It's just the way of it, isn't it, my friends? Well, there we go. Paphlagonia is now our client state. Very nice. And finally, the Ptolemies are out of this stupid war. I don't know why they were fighting it in the first place, anyway, to be honest. So I think it is time now to dive into these guys. They don't want it. War exhaustion. Oh, man. Come on, Ptolemies. To be fair, I think we probably wait until our guy is a little bit older. He's only 8 at the moment and not got much martial skill, so hopefully he can be a bit better going forward. And of course, they've brought us into another war, which of course, they really don't know how to manage. The poor AI. Like, look at the amount of troops it's got over here. It's got 25 stack, both legions, so they're good troops. Another 28k legion. And yeah, they're not doing anything. They're not bringing them across. So there's no way that they win this war, surely. So basically, at the moment, in the Seleucids, Antiochus has died. So now we have Seleucus the Third. Now, in terms of the disloyalty of their characters and all this sort of thing, we've managed to make these two guys, this guy at least disloyal. This guy was disloyal, I think he's been bribed. The Carinids are disloyal. The Dianids are close to being disloyal. The Eleuads are disloyal. And now we have made the second son disloyal as well by supporting his cause here. So the chance of a civil war is quite high in the Seleucids. If there is a civil war, we, of course, are going to jump right on it straight away. So that's the main thing. We're basically just playing politics with the Seleucids right now, and hopefully this fires. 20 months. Fingers crossed, guys. Let's go. And damn, they managed to make everyone happy again. God damn it! Well, here comes our new ruler, Oriented, and yeah, 5 marshals, so not the best, I've got to say. But the Ptolemies are over here fighting this little rebellion. I'll let them finish that while we get our armies ready. And then we are definitely going to declare war on the Seleucids. Finally. Hopefully we win this one. I've got a big war treasury saved up. And we are going to get some juicy little mercenaries. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Okay, that just pops up while I was trying to speak. Okay, are you a pretender, or are you a new leader? I don't know. And damn, they've got 17 stability right now. That's pretty darn good, I'm not gonna lie. Now might be the time to start supporting rebels as well. Very nice. Well, honestly, before the Ptolemies declare another war, guys, I think we just go for it now. And this is a big one, guys. Let's go for it. This is huge for the rest of the campaign. Can we win this war? Let's see. And they're also at war with the Uazi up here too, because they've declared war on the Bactrians. So that is going to distract a few of their troops. Very nice. Come on, Ptolemies. Get your asses over here, guys. I know you're all in the desert over this way, but yeah, we need as many troops as possible in on this, boys. Taking the war goal. Very nice. And the Ptolemies want us to join a war to fight down here. Oh my god. Honestly, the Ptolemaic AI is so dumb. It's an absolute imbecile. Because it declares war down here and then sends 2k troops, 4k troops to go and deal with it. If you're going to declare war down here, guys, you need an army, not a fucking rabble. Come on. Oh my god. Please, Ptolemies. You are so fucking dumb. Please. We need you right now. Man, there are so many forts around here. The good thing is, the more forts we take, it means the more forts they're going to have to retake to get into our lands themselves. So, yeah, things are looking okay at the moment. They are kind of concentrating around Syria. So, yeah, and they are bringing more troops, the Ptolemies. So, that's one good thing. Hopefully, you know, the Seleucids have to stay in the east, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, there goes Massacre. That is actually a fantastic fortress to take. Let's go. Okay, so we are getting beaten back a little bit now. But luckily, we have a couple of things that we need to do. They're getting stuck on all these forts over here, which is great for us. So, yeah, basically what we're trying to do is take all of this Cappadocian area all in one, because that's going to make us more powerful, because all of this culture over here pretty much is Anatolian. So, it's going to be easier to culture convert these guys to Armenian than if we went for Media or the Syrian one. So, yeah, things are looking okay, not great, but okay, and that's the main thing. Well, guys, I don't think we can push our luck any further here. I might take a couple of these just to, you know, clean the borders up here, but this is all we're going to take, guys. It's quite a lot, honestly, and it actually splits the Anatolian Seleucia away from the east. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy, and it's not even that much aggressive expansion. Great. We've just got to make sure that we do keep our alliance with the Ptolemies. Let's see how unhappy they are with us. Not too bad. Not too bad. So, yeah, that is pretty juicy, isn't it? Let's go, boys. Nice. The first step of a long road of expansion is done. And this allows us to do the Cappadocian campaign, giving us a load of cash and some military experience. Very nice. Oh yeah, and of course we can't disband our levies because the Ptolemies are fighting down here with 4k troops. Very clever, Ptolemies. You've got 230 ships, my friends. Look, bring some of these troops. Bring them, please. Oh my god, you're so dumb. And we are, of course, going to try and assassinate the leader of the Seleucids right now because I have managed to make 2 of the pretenders disloyal, so hopefully this will create another succession crisis. We are basically just trying to destabilize them as much as possible. It does, of course, mean we've got a lot of aggressive expansion, but yeah, we're going to hopefully counter that soon. Oh, and the assassination was actually successful. That's pretty interesting. Another 5 aggressive expansion, but I'm not too bothered about that. Interesting, yes, very much so. Fortunately, that didn't create a succession crisis, though. So, yeah, I don't know what else we can really do. We could try for another assassination, but yeah, I don't want my aggressive expansion going too high right now. Okay, there goes the Ptolemies. They actually peaced out again for nothing. Who would have guessed, my friends? Who would have guessed? And there we go, another war for the Ptolemies fighting Thrace. I don't think they're going to do very well in this one either. There we go. I was just thinking, it's been a long time since Parthia declared war on us, and also, why aren't they declaring war on the Seleucids right now when the Seleucids are weak? But no, of course, we're the player, so they are going to declare war on us. Great, thank you, Parthia. I don't want anything from Parthia. Honestly, I would be happy releasing some areas over here as independent nations, just so they can't declare war on us anymore. That's basically it. Let's see what we can do. The one good thing right now is the fact that the Ptolemies can actually path straight through our lands up to Parthia, so, you know, there's not going to be any weird shenanigans where they can't get to us. Well, guys, this is what we're going to do to Parthia. Really easy war, no problem at all. Didn't even see any troops, pretty much. And basically, this is just designed to cause them as much pain as possible. You know, block off parts of their areas, that sort of thing. We're also releasing one little region here. So, yeah, it's just to annoy them. Avert your eyes, though, if you don't like border gore, because it's pretty grim. And, of course, the Ptolemies, they had a white peace. Well done, Ptolemies. Very effective over here, aren't you, my friends? Okay, interesting. I was going to declare war on the Seleucids as soon as the Ptolemies got out of this war, but they decided to declare war on us already. That's absolutely fine by me. I just hope the Ptolemies decide to bring a few troops this way. We don't quite have a war chest this time either, so we am going to have to be a little bit careful. I'm basically not going to worry about Anatolia at all. What are they going for? Osroene. Okay. So that's this province here. So as long as we keep this fort, we shouldn't let them get any ticking war score at all. So we are just going to focus predominantly in this region here. Although, actually, no, this time we're going to focus on Media because that is the region in which we want to take everything this time. Well, guys, this was a horrendous, horrible war. In fact, we could take loads. I didn't realize we could take this much, but yeah, it's not been a great war, I'm not gonna lie. We have no manpower left. It's been pretty darn difficult. And yeah, the Seleucids are still very strong. Like, we can't take our original victories as the fact that they have no troops left. Like, they are still very, very strong indeed. But this should allow us now, if we do this, we're going to become a great power, which doesn't help actually, because that means we can't ally with the Ptolemies anymore. Ah, no. but we did need to take more land. But this should now allow us to do this mission once we've cleaned up these little boys over here, which is what we're going to do right away. So let's get on with that. Oh, and I didn't even realize we are actually now completely splitting the Seleucids in three actually. So yeah, that's a pretty good thing. And Parthia has finally attacked them. That's another great thing. Come on. Please, smash them to pieces so that we don't have to worry about them ever again. Well, there we go. That's them all mopped up, my friends. So now we can do Median Conquest. Very nice indeed. And now we are making many apricots. So we can do this little mission, which gives us some bonuses in one particular province, which is fine, I guess. Well then, guys, on to the final push to get these missions completed. We pretty much just have to get all of that done, and then we are good. So we do still need to actually take a bit of land over here. I didn't even realize that. I thought it was just up to there, but no. This video is going to be insanely long as well, so let me know what you think of the length of this video versus sort of a standard 40-minute video, that sort of thing. But I think it's better most of the time to try and keep everything in these A to Zs in a single video. But yeah, I don't really know. It's up to you guys. What do you guys think? And there we go. Parthia decided to declare war on us exactly at the same time as well. They've actually cleaned up the areas that we have released from them. Hopefully that has made them slightly weaker though. But as you can see, yeah, we're not doing hugely well against the Seleucids, so I don't know what we're going to do about this Parthia. I mean, what do they want? They want Abaskoy again. No, I'm not willing to give that up. So, yeah, we need to maybe speed up this war a little bit. Well, guys, I was going to, like, call this because the Seleucids are still, in fact, very, very strong indeed. Very hard to fight right now, but I think we go a tiny little bit longer. I don't want to tempt too much fate, but I think we can maybe get a little bit more out of them. Well, guys, honestly, at this point, we are just winning by sheer force of will over anything else. We're not really winning that convincingly. We're losing a lot of manpower, so I am just going to take this piece. I mean, it makes the borders a bit icky, but it's okay. It gives us access to Olbay, all that sort of thing, and that actually brings in all of these guys if we want to declare war on them. Now let's have a look at Parthia. And in fact, Parthia, we can just offer peace, so we will do that. Annoying from Parthia, but it's surprising how strong the Seleucids still are. They're still pretty darn strong, I'm not going to lie. Well, seeing as we need Olbia and all that sort of thing, we are going to declare war on these guys over here. Olbay actually has quite a bit of land, so yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's going to bring in loads of guys. Honestly, I kind of want to just take this land. I think, you know, Lycia and Cilicia are good areas for us to take. And finally, guys, we can do Armenian wine. Very nice indeed. Another very nice bonus in Seleucia Piramu, which is actually this province here, so that is pretty good for us. There we go, guys. We have taken these northern bits already, but we're going to take the coast now. Very nice indeed. This area is pretty rich in cities, so it shouldn't take too long for us to convert it. And here we go, guys. The final tradition in our Armeno-Pontic military traditions. Very nice indeed. We've completed this whole branch, something that I don't think I've ever done before. So, nice. I'm pretty happy with that, I'm not going to lie. Well then, guys, once more unto the breach, dear friends. We're going to go for Palmyrene because it has a fort in there. And hopefully this time we're going to have enough to just sort of overwhelm the Seleucids very quickly indeed. But, yeah, not quite all the troops are in place. Maybe I should have waited, but oh well, I really don't care that much. We just want to just take 3 or 4 provinces off the Seleucids for our mission here. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And then we're going to be fighting the Ptolemies, who are going to be interesting to say the least. Although Blemia is fighting them right now, which is maybe good for us. Maybe we should have gone for that. Well, guys, honestly, I think I'm going to peace out of this war. I'm tired, boss. This war is just horrible. Horrible. We're losing a lot on a lot of fronts, basically. With the vassals that these guys have, they definitely have way more troops, and the troop quality is incredibly better than ours, I'm not gonna lie. It's so much better than ours. Like, our troops, yeah, okay, we get the heavy cavalry, that's fine, but like the rest of our army's like light infantry and archers. Like it's not good. It's not great. So yeah, we are just gonna peace out for these bits of land. I think that's fine, honestly, and we'll just keep nibbling away at them as we do. Let's go. I do think though, although our manpower is pretty much at 0, guys, while the Ptolemies are away fighting Yamnat and Blemia, because they are fighting both of those right now, I believe. Yep, both of those guys. So they are going to be going deep into the south if they want to. We should attack them very quickly. Well, boys, here we go. Let's go for Syria. That is the closest one to us. I do believe it has a fort inside it. It does, so that is good news for us. Let's go. Well then, guys, this has been another very bloody war, but we have managed to take this area. I don't think we can drag it out anymore. We are starting now to get resistance once again from vastly superior troops. That is the main issue in this campaign, man. Your like army quality is goddamn awful. I know I can get a legion, I know that, but what is one legion gonna do? That's all I can think right now. Like, what is one legion gonna do against the vastly superior numbers of the enemy? Honestly, like, not much. So I'd rather just keep them in levies, save the money so that we do have money to get mercenaries for each war. But anyway, another successful war at least. Let's get out of here. Well then, guys, we're going to attack Gordian. I know they were our tribal vassal until recently, but I decided to get rid of that for no particular reason. Just didn't want this blob in the middle of our land when we got to the end of the campaign. And then we are going to declare war on the Seleucids once again. Ooh, and Parthia is attacking the Seleucids right now, so that is a very good sign for us. Let's go. Well then, guys, let's take this opportunity. Of course, we're not going for Oxiana up here in Bactria. Let's go for Assyria, and let's go after the Seleucids while they're fighting Parthia. Very nice. There goes Gordian. Well then, guys, this is what we're going to take. This war was significantly easier. I'm going to say thank you to Parthia on that one, not necessarily because our troops were any better or anything, but thank you, Parthia, for making it a lot easier. So there we go. That should be everything up in this region that we need for our missions. And now we pretty much just need 2 provinces from the Ptolemies, so I think we're going to do that, boys. Let's go. Legia has a rebellion, but I don't think we're going to go and help them out. I think we're just going to let them deal with it. Well then, guys, let's get into this war. We do have lots of manpower. We've got some big armies. Pretty crap armies, honestly, but some pretty big ones nonetheless. So, yeah, let's go for South Phoenicia as well. And we literally only need a couple of provinces from these boys, and then we'll be good. Wait, how come the Seleucids is in this war again? I really don't know how that happened. Oh, goddamn, they got an alliance literally just as we declared war. Oh, well, that's fine. As long as we can take these 2 provinces, we'll be good. Oh, my God, that was a horrific war, guys. That was so bad. As you can see, we've been pretty occupied by the Seleucids and stuff. I literally didn't pay any attention to this area. It's just been chaos down here. I death stacked with these boys, and yeah, it was pretty horrific, I'm not gonna lie. Not good, because our troops are so bad, but oh well. We can finally take these last 2 pieces, and of course we'll leave Tyros alone. Tyros, what did Tyros ever do to us? You know, what did they ever do badly to us? Let's of course press the southern border here as well. Here you go, guys, the southern border. Very nice indeed. So the first option, we can lose war exhaustion, get some omen power and conversion speed for 60 months, which is really nice. Or we can get lose some aggressive expansion, which is only on 30, so not too high anyway. Get assimilation speed and political influence for 60 months. And then, of course, we can get stability down the bottom with build cost and found city modifier. I don't think you would ever really choose this bottom one, honestly. So I think what we do, we'll go for some conversion speed. Very nice indeed. Well, once you've done all of these conquest missions, guys, which we have now done, you get 3 options. You get the remnants of the Diadochi down here, which of course you need Hellenic points for. And then you get a horses and warfare, which you need Persian points for. And then the one we are going to be doing, which is greatest Armenia. The glorious House of Orontid has taken Greater Armenia to unprecedented heights, conquering neighbouring territories and expanding our borders into Greater Armenia. We gain Greatest Armenia. I mean, that's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Tax modifier, population growth, morale of armies, and civilization levels. Let's have a look at this. At long last, the sons of Haik have finally displaced the envious hands who ever since our inception have sought to dominate and mistreat our homeland, instead establishing a great worthy realm which stands monumentally over those that surround it. From beginnings uncertain of their own identity, we now permeate each person who crosses our realm with our imposing culture and ways. Well, yes, we've literally imposed it on everyone. As news of the eternal accomplishments of Hamayek II oriented the Arabian, he's not even Arabian, he's Armenian, spread throughout the entirety of Greater Armenia, a travelled named Tzorgo Ballad, a traveller, I'm assuming that means, arrived at Yervandashat one morning with letters, recommendation from a prince living in Ani. Greetings, my Arca, I am Tzorgo, the personal scribe of the local governor. If it pleases your majesty, I've been sent to lend my considerable expertise and assistance to you. Oh, you only get 10 finesse, that's not even that good, but we get Greatest Armenia. Let's go. So guys, I have had a look around at all of the missions, and of course we have the most Armenian culture points without having any other culture points. So let's see what this does down here. Complete the mission. We've got 11 culture points, 0 Persian, and 0 Hellenic. We've definitely done the hardest version of this, haven't we, compared to everything else? But let's see what happens when we click this button now. And literally nothing happened. I don't know. Well, that is a bit anticlimactic. Literally nothing happened, guys. I don't know what happened. Maybe we've got a bonus in here somewhere. Let's have a look. Well, it could just be the Greatest Armenia bonus here, I'm assuming. There's no need not to do the Imperial Ambition now as well. Let's do that. I was wondering whether, the missions would give us that, but no, it doesn't seem like it. Let's go through a few more months and see whether we get anything else related to this. Well guys, I've gone through a couple more months and I think that is everything. So that is an awesome new mission tree. Honestly, I think it's really cool with like sort of the branching missions, very similar to Hoi 4 or to some extent in EU4 now, but the branching ones in EU4 aren't like the most extensive things in the world generally, so yeah, really cool, really enjoyed that. And we now have Greater Armenia. I wish it would change its name to Greatest Armenia when we've done that. That's very cool indeed. And honestly, I think we did the hard route on this by going full Armenian. I think in future I would choose Hellenic, but that is probably just because I am a bit of a Hellenic simp, so probably would do that in the end. This has been a very long video as well. This is what the religion map mode looked like. Obviously, we did only take these little bits right at the end. This is what our culture map mode looks like, and of course, again, very similar. We only took these bits right at the end, so hardly spreading any Armenian down there at the moment. But yeah, we ended up, what did we end up with? We ended up with the 3rd largest amount of pops with 3,300 Armenians. But yeah, look at Moria and Rome, very strong indeed. Honestly, this is a really cool cool game because look how strong Rome is. Not normally that strong, honestly. Look how strong Carthage is, Parthia, Moria. You've got some big players on here that you don't generally tend to see by this date of 99 BC. But anyway, guys, that has been Armenia in our A to Z series. Please do like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video, guys, and let me know what I should do as Arseca next time, which is the little nation around Ars over here in Spain. So let me know what we should do as those boys. But without further ado, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure, as always, and I will see you all again on the next video. And as always, a big thank you to Aryan, Phil, and Zero as channel members. If you are interested in becoming a channel member, you can check out that link down below.